Hey everyone, it's Kelly with Home Mom Revolution. I've got something really special for you today. I sat down with Ashley Bullock, a mom, a bookkeeper, and a senior tax expert that built a business that allows her to stay home with her kids, support her family, and live out her values. We talked about how she started her business, what bookkeeping really looks like, how moms can explore this as a real income opportunity, and most important, how to juggle it all while still staying present with your family. This is such a powerful conversation for any mom who's been wondering, can I really do both? Raise my kids and build something of my own? Let's dive in.
And today I have Ashley Bullock here, and she is a bookkeeper slash amazing super mom extraordinaire. She's going to tell us all about herself in a second. I'm going to let her do all that stuff. But I wanted to thank you, Ashley, just for taking your time out of your busy day and joining us here to bless these moms.
You're welcome.
And so I wanted to open with asking you if you could share just a little bit about your journey into bookkeeping and why creating a work at home lifestyle was important to you as a mom, and just tell us a little bit about your background in a nutshell.
I actually stumbled upon bookkeeping because I took a job as a receptionist at a local tax office. And the rest was just like history because I have an extreme entrepreneurial mindset. And I felt like I was offering the company more than they were offering me. And I could do it all by being home with the kids, homesteading. I made my schedule work for me rather than me work for my schedule, me work for the office schedule. So that's how I became a bookkeeper and just continue to add on my education and learning upon that foundation.
Nice, nice. I hear that a lot from entrepreneurs. They started out doing something and then they realize, hey, I could do this possibly better for myself and free up my schedule.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, did you like numbers? Did you like that kind of work when you got into it, or?
So my strong suit has always been math and numbers. But the thing with bookkeeping and taxes, and I enjoy taxes because it's seasonally. Halfway through the season, I might be tired of it. But particularly, I love the tax work more. You don't even have to be good with numbers. There's so many softwares nowadays. You just have to be extremely organized and really good tech, like a really good technology base.
And by technology, do you mean just like working your way around a computer or being willing to learn what it takes?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you can use a calculator and you can put in the time and effort into researching after hours, any kind of changes or any kind of changes in tax code per se for bookkeeping, if you're just willing to keep researching to add to the building blocks of your knowledge, you'll be fine.
I feel like in any arena in life, really, that's the key, is to keep learning and to be willing to keep investing in yourself, be a lifelong learner. That's really
Right.
cool. So I guess we've already answered this, but you realize it was something you could do while raising kids because you're making your own hours. So if you have to, you can do it in the middle of the night, after bed, or whatever, right?
Anytime goes, which is not always ideal. It's not the best situation, but I can put the kids to bed and I can jump back on for a bit and continue my work. So nothing, we have time sensitive things going on, but nothing is absolute at that moment. And with the whole bookkeeping and tax realm, there is always more that you need to learn. For instance, tax laws are always changing. So a lot of times, if I don't know the answer, I will get it to you. It doesn't have to be on the spot. So you have time to research answers and get back to your clients.
Nice. And what exactly does bookkeeping look like? I just wanted to cover that because I had that in my first question. But in a nutshell, like, how would you describe what bookkeeping is?
It's really the love language of numbers. It's the love language of finances. You just have to know how money works and everything else will fall into place.
So you're helping people, regardless if they're entrepreneurs themselves or working for someone else, do their taxes, just take care of their accounting, what's coming in, what's coming out, profit loss, that kind of stuff.
Yep. So basically, what's coming in, what's going out, where they're spending money, where they could maybe cut money, how much taxes they owe or plan to owe, forecasting. But basically, the love language of money is the really the easiest to understand about it.
Almost sounds like it's beneficial for everyone to have a bookkeeper of their own, if they're not one.
If you do a budget, you've already are started. You got a head start on bookkeeping, so it's just building upon that if you're doing it for businesses.
And what are some opportunities in this space for a mom who's maybe considering it and she wants to know how to get started? Do you recommend that they get a job like you did at first and test the waters, or just jump in or get some kind of training? How does that work? What does that look like?
Bookkeeping and tax work is something that Intuit will offer you with their free training. I currently work for Intuit as well as owning Freedom Financial Accounting Solutions, which is my personal side of my clients' base. But Intuit actually offers Intuit Academy, which will give you a free series of courses that will teach you the fundamentals and basics. And then actually you will be eligible for a job position with them, which is completely work from home. I currently work seasonally for them. So I start work September 19th and I'm done in April 25th this year. But we'll definitely hand you over those links you can go through. They have the bookkeeping program, 20 hours, 23 hours, and then they have the tax program, which there's different levels of tax prep there. And I'm currently a senior tax expert for them.
Okay. So you think it's important for someone to obviously get that training and not just be like, hey guys, I'll do your taxes or I'll do it. They need to know like the law and certain different things they have to be able to do. Okay.
Yeah, tax specifically, you have to know the laws. But as far as calculations go, it does all that for you. Bookkeeping, you do have to know how it flows, your credits and your debits. But their Intuit Academy is really helpful and it gives you a nice base and understanding. And then a lot of the rest is just real world experiences and experiences.
Yeah, technology today gone are the days of the big. I remember back in the day, my parents doing taxes and we had like a novel and you're doing everything by hand. So that's cool. That's helpful in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So I understand that your husband has a landscaping business, I believe it is, and you help him with that as well. I actually cut down one of our trees one time.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a little about that and like how you guys balance everything and make it all work together?
Yeah, so he has Marino's Landscaping, and we are just really local to Salem and Gloucester counties, and does large jobs, small jobs, and so primary admin and bookkeeper for his business as well. So during the summer months, we're extremely busy landscaping. It's probably a lot more intense than tax season. So May to end of October, depends on when it starts getting really cold. We're full on landscaping. And I really kind of a lot of the work for him during those times. And I pick up a lot more work for Intuit and my personal clients, and he helps out there, like as in the household more so. So it really balances out really well for us.
That is awesome. I feel like that's one of the keys to having a good relationship as well as running your own business or two businesses really is balance, like you said. And when you're busy, he's helping out, we're needed and vice versa. So that's really, really cool. I like that a lot. And so
Yeah.
yeah, and then you're picking yours back up in Q4 when all the people are like, help with our end of year stuff. So that's
There
cool. I like
is there's no downtime, but it is rewarding for sure.
yeah, I love that. Love that. So what does a typical day look like between having clients, both your businesses, your kids, homesteading? How do you feel like you juggle it all? Obviously, you said there's no downtime, but how do you like what is one of your tips for keeping sane and just keeping everything in line? Do you schedule? What do you do? Do you hire?
Yeah, no. So I am I should probably start hiring people. No, that would be
Yeah.
nice. We have the guys for the landscaping, so they do help me out a lot with things outside of here. But I pre-plan meals. I meal prep throughout the week. If I'm not prepping, I'm writing it down so I don't have to think about it. And on Sunday I take like half an hour and I'm like, we're gonna have this Monday through Saturday, or and that's really been my saving grace is the meal side of it because all these kids, I mean, three little kids, they are always hungry. And really, mornings are my most chaotic time between feeding animals, farm chores, getting everybody ready and out the door. My kids are back in regular school now, so today's my second day. I do get some uninterrupted work time. Whereas when I was homeschooling, that was much harder, but it's not off the table for the future because I feel like the kids are growing, they're more self-sufficient, they're helpful. I mean, I really pay them a reasonable wage and by law it's allowed.
Yeah.
You can pay your child for helping in landscaping or whatever the case may be. And I could give you some tips on that as well. If you follow my page, I kind of go through all those tax tips when you own a business. But mornings are chaotic. We have to feed lots of animals now. We keep just, animals pop up every day here. It's ridiculous.
I feel like you have enough animals around here.
I'm
The
serious. I'm
humans.
serious.
Oh my
And
gosh.
and then I really try to be like, I try to put a load of laundry in the morning, vacuum my house, and then get to work. And then my day is like complete. Time the kids get done school, I get them off the bus. Um, they put their stuff away, and then I'm cooking dinner, and we're done for the night, except for
Nice.
sports. But
Yeah. That's another hoops to jump through, right?
is it necessary? I'm not so sure, but
I don't know. And that's the point. We're doing stuff to make our kids' lives enjoyable
yeah.
and better and blessed and all that. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, we'll have to drop the name of your page as well because I am very interested in those tips and specifics about paying your kids. I did know about it, but I know there's certain nuances and all. So we would definitely appreciate more info on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many moms do worry that like having a business, whether it's a stay-at-home business, working outside of the home, whatever it pull them away from their kids. I know that's a constant struggle, and that's something we talk about here because I'm all about the whole entrepreneurial lifestyle and how you're home, so you are able to be present with your kids, and even if they see you working, like you were saying, they're still helping out, so they're learning what that looks like in a family setting.
Right.
How do you feel like you stay present while juggling everything? What did that look like for you?
So you definitely have to change your mindset. It was not easy for me at first, but like you said, when you're working, they're learning. I incorporate them and it could be the smallest thing. Hey, organize these papers or, and they feel a part of the business as well, which is so rewarding on their end, but you have to set boundaries. So I cannot get up every 5 minutes to get you a snack. Like, have taught them a lot of self-sufficiency. I provide them the tools they need to succeed, but here's coloring books, here's snacks, or if you're helping me, this is what you're doing. And then they always know around 4 o'clock, I cook dinner and they have me for that time. So it's really like I put time into my kids. You do have to put time into your business as well.
Mhm.
Some days it's not so equal on either side, but it balances out.
I love that. That makes a whole lot of sense. And I think that's good for them to see that. I really do. I think that's a good lifelong lesson for them. And I know you mentioned to me before, you said your kids are feral but loved, which I thought was such a cute like description of them. And I'm like, yeah, that's us too. So how do you like embrace the perfections of motherhood, like while thriving? I'm sure there's like freak out moments. We have them here. There's moments where just everything feels like it's crashing in at once, when it rains, it pours, that kind of thing. So I know you said mindset obviously is important. What do you do to cultivate that mindset? Are you reading like mindset books? Are you like praying, meditating? What does that look like for you?
So I read a lot of books. Oh, and I particularly like real life books that pertain to my daily struggles. So any kind of self-esteem building or mom books, I'm all in. But my kids, for me, the hardest thing for me to accept was the house being a mess. You cannot be a complete, like I had OCD. You cannot have your house look perfect, run a
Mhm.
business, multiple businesses, and have your children home at all times.
Yeah.
You have to let some things go. And if you can change your mindset for that, what that looks like, then you can be successful. But
Mhm.
you definitely can't. Some things get done, some things don't. And that's just the way it goes some days. But everyone
Yeah.
that will look different for.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Something's got to give. That's has been my mantra for several years now because I was trying to do it all, and that's a recipe for burnout. Honestly, it really is.
Right.
And then something does end up completely falling. If you're trying to juggle it all, you're going to drop something. So,
And
yeah,
then no one's
definitely.
happy. And then you question, what are you really doing this for if everyone's unhappy? So change your mindset first and everything else will fall into place. Like not every day is perfect. And thankfully, you run your own business. You're always responsible. No one's picking up the slack, but you can maneuver things around to make it look ideal, like for your
Mm.
situation.
Yes, love that. Thank you. So, what advice would you give to a mom who's like, I had a couple moms say they were interested in bookkeeping, and I was like, I know the girl to talk to. Like, what advice would you give them if they feel like their plate's already so full, they're already overwhelmed just by what they are currently doing, but they want to add something like this?
So you have to start small. Nobody learns everything overnight. I didn't learn this overnight. I did work in office for 2.5 years. So I had a little bit of understanding and knowledge, but into it, the course that they offer and the remote work that they offer, you only have to do 20 hours a week and they teach you everything. I really can't say good enough things about Intuit. It's really been a game changer for me as a mom. And then you pick up more hours when you can. You schedule your shift based upon your availability. As long as you meet 20 hours, everybody's happy.
Okay. So is the 20 hours the training or for the actual work once you get started with that?
Once you get started,
Okay.
they train you for quite some time before you actually dive right in. I think it changes all the time, but 2 years ago, I had 4 weeks of training and it was self-paced as you go. And
Self-paced.
then,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I was going to
but
ask you next.
yes, self-paced,
Yeah.
everything with them.
Awesome. Yeah. So the kids are like doing independent work, they're sleeping and you're doing your training, you're getting your T's and Q's in
Locking
order
the
and all that
door.
stuff. Yep. Yep. Awesome. I love it. Putting the white noise on or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. Love that. Okay. So what do you think that moms, and this is kind of like a not moms wanting to become bookkeepers necessarily, but maybe moms that already have their own thing, whether it's like a side gig, the Amazon thing like I've been doing or whatever it is that they're doing, earning income. What is something that they should be knowing about taxes right away, whether they're doing their own taxes or doing it online or having someone else do it? Like what's something you think is a really important tip for them working
I,
for
I,
themselves?
I think this is the most basic tip I can give anybody. I told you this too. Just make sure you keep track of everything and it's separate. Business and personal finances, if you own a business, have to be completely separate. Even if it's the smallest thing, you buy a stick of glue, it should all be accounted for because you're spending that money for your business. As long as you keep them completely separate, ideally, a separate bank account is the easiest way without putting too much work in. And you just use that one account for everything you buy. That is the most crucial element to any kind of entrepreneurship.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's very good advice, actually. I didn't do that right away. And when I was doing eBay years ago, and it was a mess. It was an
Well,
actual
tax
mess.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a simple bookkeeping or like organizational system that you can recommend to someone who wants to avoid financial stress later? Like some people wait until tax time. They wait until what the W-2s come in the mail or whatever, 1099s, and then they're like, "Oh, now I got to get it organized." Like what's something to keep them organized throughout the year so when it comes they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's time to do this. I already got it all in order." Do you have any recommendations?
So if it's just your personal tax return, I just simply, because I have to keep multiple records, I just use a folder. And, I know that so many of the tax laws are changing, so you never know what to keep. But if you think it's going to be ideal for tax time, put it in the folder. A lot of people wait and they're like scrounging around and they forgot this, they forgot that, and you're losing money, really. You're just truly losing money. For your business, QuickBooks, it is so affordable if you own your own business and you can get discounts. They offer discounts all the time. If you have a bookkeeper, your bookkeeper can offer you a pro advisor discount. I'm a pro advisor. So there's discounts through that, but just a spreadsheet at minimum. Everything should be easily searched and recorded so you don't mix money and you're not losing out on money.
Hmm. And that's something you can share with the person who's doing your taxes as well. Like if you have it in a digital version, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, online. Awesome. All right. So looking back, what are you most proud about of the life that you've built and the business that you've built and all that? Like what makes you smile when you're falling asleep at night?
That I'm still present with the kids, that I've created this lifestyle, that I can still support my family without sacrificing my time with my children. I created a business that fits our life, fits around our life, and not the other way around. Because truly, in my core, family is the most important. My children and their futures are the most important. So that for me is if if I want anything in life, that would be my success, that I can still be here and present with the children.
It's beautiful. I love it. That's exactly how I feel too. Build your life and then the business works around it, not the other way around. So, and too many people learn that too late in life too. So I love it that you're still young. We're still young. If,
Yes.
right? And we've learned these things. So I love that. Absolutely. All right. So if you could tell a mom in closing, another mom listening, watching, something just to give her courage for all the things she's trying to do as well, what would that be? Do you have any closing thoughts?
There's really not a perfect time. And as a mom, you all know, like time can There's no perfect time for anything. It doesn't exist. But as long as you start, you can start small. Intuit is and I just work for them. It was a really game changer for me to work for them and them give me the knowledge and pay me for my knowledge and my time to learn. You can just figure it out as you go from there. It's really nothing that you need to actually be an expert at. You just have to want to grow your skills, and that's all you need.
Awesome. Being willing to learn and always, yeah, love that. All right. Awesome. Is there anything you would like to add in closing? Did you want to share anything with us or anything you feel led to talk about?
The thing with Intuit, I'll drop you the link. I can refer anybody that is willing to learn. If you have any kind of knowledge that you want to expand on and you think that, bookkeeping or tax prep would be the thing for you, especially the tax prep because it's seasonal. You can take a break after a few months and you can just go be I'm with my kids all summer. So it's almost like a teacher's lifestyle.
Mm.
If you really want to learn that, you can always reach out to me. I will guide you in the proper direction. I will refer you to my manager, my HR department. And we do have a referral bonus for hires. If you're qualified and you get hired, I do get a referral, but I truly from the bottom of my heart I want to help other moms because I didn't know this was out there and it has been a game changer for me to still be present with my kids. I also do this, it's called VITA, and I don't know if you heard this. It's volunteer income tax assistance. And I'm a completely volunteer. I'm the coordinator for Salem County, and I work with the IRS, and we offer free tax prep to those who need it. I have the right amount of volunteers this year, which it looks like I may. I will be offering tax prep, on a large scale on the weekends to those who really need it. And if you come in and I can teach you, one-on-one and you volunteer your time, it's a great way to learn. It's a great way to give back to the community and it'll help expand your knowledge to see if you even like it. So that is really cool. And that's an opportunity if you really want to dive in. I am all ears. I will put you in the place that I think that you should be starting and based upon your knowledge.
That's super cool. I did not know that was even a thing. That would have been helpful like back in my early 20s, I feel like.
Tax prep, this is what I get with the taxes. Bookkeeping, if you can really grow and create a real career. But tax prep, even if you are doing your own taxes on TurboTax, you should know the fundamentals and basics. Because if you do not, you are not making as much money as you should.
Yeah, or keeping, right?
Keeping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll take it if you let them.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more about this myself and the moms that I know that were super interested in this, and maybe some that are listening and they're like, hey, I didn't even know that was a thing, like you said. So I really appreciate you sharing all of this with us. And, if you have any other good nuggets, feel free to like drop them later and I'll share them with the moms. And I appreciate you so much, Ashley. Thank you for taking time out of your day and being a blessing to us.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Wow, I loved that conversation with Ashley. My biggest takeaway was that when we build a business, it should fit into our lives, not the other way around. I hope this encouraged you too. If bookkeeping or tax prep is something that sparked your interest, definitely check out Ashley's resources. I'm going to link them below. And if you're a mom who's listening or watching and you think that you want to build an income from home without sacrificing time with your family, come join us in the Home Mom Revolution community. That's where we go deeper with interviews like this, free training, and real conversations about how to thrive in business and in motherhood. The link's in the description. I'll see you there. And until next time, keep believing in yourself. I believe in you. God bless.